Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I got this look inspired by Rihanna. If you guys want to see how I created this look, then please keep on watching. So I've already prepped my skin and also did my brows off of camera. I'm just going to use the Shape Tape Concealer from Tarte to clean up the brow, and that is also going to be my eyeshadow base. Going in with a beauty blender, I'm just gonna pat my lids, that way I get an even base. I'm just gonna clean up the brow a little bit more with that same pointed foundation brush. I am now going to be picking up a white shade and applying that all over the lids. This is just gonna set my eyes and make it easier to blend the other shades that I'm going to be using. Now I'm going to go in with foundation with a dual fiber foundation brush. This is the first time I am actually going to be using a brush for foundation, and I did not like it. It is very streaky and the product was just sitting on my face. Now this could be the primer that I'm using, or maybe it's the foundation, or maybe I'm doing something wrong, but the point is I did not like it. I'm just going to stick to a beauty blender, you know, because that is what I know, and that is the only product that never fails me. Okay, now this is more like it. The beauty blender is really a game changer for foundation. It just works really good and it just blends very evenly, and it's just very, very pretty, and it gives you like an airbrush look. And now I'm just going to be using concealer, and this is from Tarte. It's the Shape Tape, and this is the shade medium. I'm just gonna go under the eyes, on my forehead, on my cupid's bow, on my chin, on the sides of my lips, and on the bridge of my nose. No? Okay, I guess I forgot. I'm just gonna be blending that out, and if you guys can hear that fucking airplane, just ignore it. That shit's fucking loud and it's fucking annoying, and it's being fucking extra. Like, why do you have to be so fucking loud? And with a beauty blender, I'm just going to be blending out the product. Make sure the beauty blender is damp. A lot of people don't know that it's supposed to be wet, not soaked, but just damp. Like, soak it and then just squish out all that water, and just make sure it's a little bit wet whenever you are using a beauty blender for foundation or for concealer. And I guess this is my I'm done blending and I look so airbrush dance. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Okay, so since the dual fiber foundation brush still has product left in it, I'm just gonna use that to cover up my double chin, because like I told you before, a bitch does not like having a frog neck or, you know, a double chin. I don't like looking like a toad, so that is what I'm doing. With a blush palette from Tarte, I am just literally gonna dip into all 4 shades from this palette, and the shades are Live, Laugh, Love, and Dream, and I am just going to be applying those above the crease. And here I am still blending those 4 shades above my crease, and I like literally put the brush in all 4 shades and then go above my crease. And now with another blush, and this is from Milani in the shade Luminoso, I am just going to be applying that a little bit above the crease. That way it just blends everything together and there are no harsh lines. With a round blending brush, I'm just going to be dipping into Cake, and this is from the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass palette. I'm just going to put that in the outer V of my lids, kind of on the crease, and I'm just going to be blending that away. It is a darker pink, and that's just going to make all the pinks come together as one. With a clean Morphe E27 brush, I am just going to blend those shades together. That way everything comes together as one. Blending with a clean brush ensures that we have no harsh lines and everything just comes together as one, like I said. Okay, so now with another blush, I am just gonna apply that to further deepen the crease, and this is in the shade Rhubarb, and it's by MAC. Okay, so I've noticed that I've used a lot of blushes, and that is because the only pink eyeshadows I have are blushes, and you know, makeup has no rules, so we can use blushes for fucking eyeshadow, and yeah, we're gonna make that shit fucking work. So now I'm just putting in that same shade Rhubarb by MAC, and I'm just applying that to the crease, and I'm just blending with the Morphe E27. That way all the shades come together as one, and it's just a repetitive process. We're just gonna do the same thing over and over again. And I am still here blending away with the same Morphe E27. That way we have no harsh lines and everything just comes together as one. Now picking up just any pink, it could be Cake, it could be Rhubarb by MAC, it could just be, I don't even know if I'm saying that name right, I'm probably saying it wrong, but whatever. We're gonna get a pink eyeshadow and just smoke out our lower lash line if we want to look like Rihanna. She was all pink. This look doesn't have to be clean, it could just be, you could just put eyeshadows with pink all over your face and you're gonna be good. Anything pink and you're gonna look like her. Now with an even smaller blending brush, I'm going to be picking up the same shade from MAC, and I'm just going to be placing that in the outer V of the eye, and this is just going to give my eyes a little more definition. Now with the shade Java from my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, I'm gonna lightly contour, and this is just kind of like a guide for where I'm going to be applying that pink contour slash blush that Rihanna had going on. And with this big fluffy brush, I'm just blending that contour, that way there are no harsh lines and nothing too crazy going on. With the shade Rhubarb from earlier, I'm gonna use that kind of like to contour and as blush at the same time, I guess. And I'm just gonna be going in very lightly with that shade because it is crazy pigmented, and if you put a lot, I mean, you're gonna look like a clown, and we don't want that. So I'm just gonna be building up the color little by little until it gets to the pink that I want. With the same pointed contour brush that I used to contour, I am gonna grab a little bit of that pink and kind of blend it into the eyeshadow, and then just keep going like in circular motions and connect the two shades together. Well, I mean, it's the same shade, but we're gonna connect it together. And with that same brush, I'm gonna bring that to the temples of my forehead and lightly build up the color. Okay, so like this whole time I thought this brush was a contour brush, but it's not. It's an angled blush brush. Like, mind blown as fuck. Anyways, I'm just gonna be using that brush to contour. It doesn't matter, I can use any brush for whatever the fuck I want, because, you know, makeup has no fucking rules. And yeah, going back in with my ABH contour kit, I'm gonna be picking up the shades Vanilla and Sand, and I'm just gonna set my under eyes with those. I'm gonna be placing that also on my forehead, on my chin, on the bridge of my nose, and I'm gonna be cleaning up that pink contour just a little bit. And I'm gonna place a lot of that product on my forehead because my forehead is looking a little brown, a little pink, and it just looks a little messy, and I'm just gonna be cleaning that up. Since I did put a lot of that product on my forehead, I'm just going in with a brush to kind of brush it off and just blend it. And there I am cleaning up that contour with the same shades. That way there's nothing too messy and nothing too crazy, and it looks better than what it did before. And so far this is what it's looking like. Very Rihanna. Now I'm gonna use this bomb ass fucking glow kit. It is amazing, and I'm using Pink Heart, and I'm gonna use that to highlight everywhere. Like, when I tell you everywhere, I'm gonna highlight every fucking where. I'm gonna use it for the highest points of my cheeks, and I'm gonna use it on my brow and just mix it all in with that pink. And I'm gonna go in on the temples of my forehead and on the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, on my chin, and like everywhere. You see me? I am going fucking ham because this is my favorite shade ever in the whole entire glow kit collection. Like, I love it. It is so pretty. With a flat brush, I'm also going to be picking up the same Pink Heart, and I'm just going to put that under the brow because I wanted to pop a little bit more. And when I used the brush, it was just kind of everywhere, and I really want to pinpoint where I want the most glow, and I want it underneath my brow, and that is why I am applying it with a flat brush. Okay, so in that photograph, Rihanna was wearing like a dark burgundy pink ombre lip. So for that, I'm gonna be using two lipsticks, and they are both by MAC. They are both matte, and one of them is Dreaming of You, and I'm just gonna put that on like the outer part of my lip. And then I'm gonna use the other one, which is No Faux Pas, and I'm just gonna be kind of creating the ombre lip that she was wearing. Okay, so this is just gonna be the final step in creating this look. I'm just gonna pop on some lashes off of camera, and I'm also gonna add two pink little rhinestones under my eyes. And here I am setting my face with the Mario Badescu setting spray, and I am all done. Do you guys see that fucking highlight? It is so pink and it's just so poppin'. So this concludes the final look. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Deuces!